I just want to preface this video by saying it's kind of introductory, but the GoPro got so hot. What is it, like 90 over here in South Carolina? It got so hot that it just like it doesn't want to download on the phone, and it also didn't want, well, it's an old GoPro, but anyways, it doesn't want to download, and it wanted to turn off while I was recording. So thankfully I still got to shoot the video, but as it turns out, I mean, even I'm kind of overheating over here. So I'm gonna, do what I gotta do, stay cool. But yeah, enjoy the video. What's up, guys? It's Serge again. Got more things that we are doing in the wood yard. And firstly, I'd like to talk about my neighbor. My neighbor here has been shooting, and the funny thing is today after I got done splitting, I was sitting in the truck kind of either making videos or watching videos or something like that, and my wife Laura, she said that she heard him shooting, and she was like, is everything okay? And I'm like, I didn't hear a gunshot. And so what I did was, she said she's heard a fire truck and a gunshot that sounded like gunshot. And basically what I did was I drove around to where my neighbor lives, and he lives like literally, he's like right there. So I drove around there, and there's 4 police officers, 4 police cops or police cars over there, and it seems like, I hope he didn't shoot his wife or his girlfriend or somebody, but it seems like he was shooting, and somebody called the cops other than me, which is a good thing. Anyways, so kind of wanted to start the video off like that. So what I was going to talk about was these IBC totes here, and I've got so many of them. There's a lot of IBC totes here, as you could see. I've already started to process them down. They come from a grain company, and yeah, man, or yeah, guys, these are gonna be awesome. The only thing that's not awesome about this is that I have to process them down, and they have this soy paste in them, and it has bugs and all sorts of stuff. It's not really sanitary. So imagine doing that. Imagine being the guy that has to go do that, which is, I mean, if you don't want to stack, that's what you got to do sometimes. Otherwise, you make cones, and you have a very tall conveyor, which I don't have, but I do plan to do that maybe in the future. If I get a processor and a taller conveyor, I might be able to make some cones and say, forget about the IBC totes. But still, honestly, IBC totes, I would say that when they turn into a finished product like this, it is like very loosely stacked. And since it's very loosely stacked, you can see how it would dry a lot faster. So this is about like, okay, this here is about 1/4 of a cord, and since it's about 1/4 of a cord, and it is, the surface area of that, the volume is much greater than you would see if it was stacked or even in a pile because of the metal cage. You can see likely that it might dry, I don't know, like it might dry in like half the time, maybe 2/3 of the time. I want to say half, since the cage is there. I mean, if the cage wasn't there and it was just a regular pile, it all depends on what you see and how it feels afterward. I'm gonna go for, it's gonna dry in about 3 to 4 months. I'm just gonna say that. With how the wood is, and because I've been splitting them off here, and it's been drying. These have been sitting here for, I don't know, this one's already, most of these are already dry, to be honest with you. And that was split like a month ago, but most of that is dry wood already. But yeah, these have been sitting here for about a month and a half, maybe. and they are getting pretty crispy. I mean, guys, the fall weather is not upon us anymore. It's summertime again in South Carolina, guys. So imagine that. Imagine it being summertime again. But yeah, so kind of wanted to share the IBC tote inventory that I have to process down, which is going to be quite the task and quite the chore, and it's going to be not the best to do by hand, but you know, I'd rather do that than stacking. So hope you enjoyed the video. I kind of want to leave us with a little bit of scripture. I think in a previous video I had mentioned the worker and how the work drives him on. I read the scripture. It was, I think, Proverbs 16:26 or 23. Can't remember, but I'll put it up on the in the description. And in there it says that the hunger of the worker drives or works for him, and the hunger drives him on. So basically, kind of essentially saying that if you're working and you're hungry, you know, it's gonna drive you on. Yeah, I kind of want to leave you with that. I know it's driven me driven me on quite a bit. I feel hungry. I know I can't eat, and I know I'm waiting for the end of the day. Sometimes it could be discouraging, but hey, sometimes the appetite of the work itself can drive you on. You could always read it that way too. You know, it might not be talking about food, you never know, but likely it's talking about food. But I've always been driven on by the work itself, you know. But I mean, I like working. So anyways, wanted to leave you with that. Hopefully you have a blessed day. God bless you, and enjoyed the video. Leave a like, share, subscribe. See you later. Bye.